7 Kiss Country.
8:38 Wednesday, a little clouds, a little breezy, and well, it's because it's Wednesday. We got Sybil on.
Hello, where's my applause?
Oh, is that what you want? You want a little of applause? Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's kind of gloomy and dark out. Like I'm glad to have something, joyful.
Right, to be able to something for you to look forward to on a day like today when you get to talk to us and give us the shelter scoop.
It's the biggest highlight of my week.
I know it is. Don't forget, you can find us on our social medias on our website, 987kisscountry.com. And it'll be up there here in just a little bit, so you can go. And in case you missed the interviews, and there's many other interviews on there from that as well, from the Shelter Scoop. Of course, brought to you by the Garner Vet Clinic and Dr. Bruce and the Pet Resort and Wash over there in Garner. So make sure you stop in and say hi to Dr. Bruce, or if you see him on the roadways, wave at him.
Wait.
Yeah. He might see you. You never know.
He might, yeah.
I know. I think it's been twice I've driven by him and waved and go, hey, it's Dr. Bruce. Didn't wave back. He might have been.
I think I saw him give you a wave one time, but it was just with one finger.
Right. Well, it's the farmer wave, That's what we do in the country. Sybil over in the small town.
It wasn't the pointer finger though. It was a different finger.
Oh yeah. So
I know the steering wheel wave.
Yeah. So what is going on with what's going on at the shelter?
Gosh, we just can't seem to catch a break. We have a shelter full of wonderful animals, all waiting to be adopted. We've got tons of kittens. We actually have a bunch of puppies right now, 4 different kinds of puppies. But gosh, we just are still having a lot of staffing shortages. Every fall I always lose a bunch of staff to college, right. Our kennel staff. And the last 2 years now, I've had a real struggle finding replacements for them. And so we're still in that position. And unfortunately, when our animal caretakers are not here, then the rest of us all have to stop what we're doing to fill in. And that means that nobody's then up at the front desk to help walk in customers. So there's been a couple of times in the last month or so that we've had to close doors here and there to the public. But now we've had several employees that are out for more of an extended leave. And so right now we're just closed temporarily to the public, still doing adoptions through appointment, still doing reclaims through appointment, and of course, providing care to the animals, which is always going to be the priority.
Right. Yeah. You can't just, we're not going to feed the animals today.
No, that would not work at all. And, and my staff too, like we don't do, sometimes when you're short staffed, people might try to look for ways to cut corners or do a shoddy job. Not my staff. No. Like the animals are still, we treat all the animals here in the shelter as though they were our own pets. And we've got a wonderful crew of employees here that, they just love the animals in the shelter and they want them to have an enriching and healthy and clean stay here at the shelter. But we all also hope that they find their homes quickly, their forever home soon. And so I encourage people, even though we're closed to the public right now, we are still doing adoptions. In fact, the staff sent home, I think, 4 animals yesterday through adoption, and then a bunch of reclaims, people whose animals that are picked up as strays, and then they come reclaim them. So yeah, we're sending animals out the door left and right. But the more we send out, the more come in, because there's a lot of displaced animals in North Iowa.
Yeah.
So I encourage people to check it out on our website. All of our animals that we have available for adoption are listed on our website, which is hsni.org. HSNI is in Humane Society North Iowa.org.
And if you're watching back on the video, or when you watch back on the video, you'll see all of that rolling across the bottom of the screen there as well, on all the ways that you can get a hold of the Humane Society North Iowa to get the shelter scoop of the week.
Yes, we are. Like I said, our doors are closed to the public just temporarily. I mean, I really hope that this is just a short-term thing. We've got a few people that have applied that we're interviewing and hopefully get them started. It's the animal care thing. All the other things we can kind of, we're short a customer service person, but we can kind of train them as we go. But animal care, when we're short on that staff, we need to, everything just kind of stops because the animals come first. And so we need to get some people hired and get them trained quickly and then get them out working on the floor with the animals. And then our doors can be open. So hoping, again, that it's short term. But in the meantime, I encourage people to check out the animals available for adoption on our website. Like I said, we actually have 4 puppies right now. 2 different groups. So 2 are little black pit bull mix puppies,
Okay.
Rose and Pearl. And their pictures online are not the best because they went through that awkward growth spurt age, like at 8 weeks or like at 9 or 10 weeks old, 12 weeks old, where they had a little bit of a growth spurt. So their heads kind of look like little alien babies. But I assure you they're really cute. And the other 2 are Brennan and Dale, and they are a pair of chocolate labs that are, I'm guessing, in the 6-month range.
Really?
Just found out as stray out in the county and out in the country somewhere, and nobody's called about them. Nobody's inquired about them. So they've been held for 7 days, and their 7-day hold is up actually today. And so people should go online. We always list our newest animals at the bottom of our pet listing page, just so you can see, so you don't miss anybody as you're scrolling down. So if you go to our animal listing page and look at animals for adoption and scroll down, you'll start to see some of the younger dogs and the pups at the end there. And then, of course, kittens. We've got lots of kittens still. Literally, you could have your pick of the litter at this point. We have a lot of kittens in the shelter, and then we also have several litters of kittens that are in foster care that will be coming into the shelter in coming weeks. So we'll get those pictures updated and get those online, and looking for homes for them as well.
Yeah, I'm just looking at I'm just scrolling through the pictures of your dogs. Chocolate lab mix. Yeah, they're not purebred.
I doubt it.
But they
and they look a little scruffy because they've been roaming around the country for the last 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
Or I don't know for how long, but yeah, chocolate lab mix. They're cuter than heck. Dale and Brennan, and they're just at that age where puppies, when they're first born, they just want to sleep and nuzzle with mama. Right. Then when they wean, they still have that, like, I'm going to play really hard for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take an hour-long nap.
Right.
And then they get to that point where they're like a little bit more rambunctious. And so that's the point that these 2 are at, where they really want to play and wrestle and, kind of flap around, and they're just cuter than heck. And
steal your sandals and chew them up and throw them around across the floor.
Well, if you leave your sandals laying around, that might happen with most young dogs. But what I don't understand is, like, this is totally going off on a different tangent, but toy manufacturers for dog toys, they make a dog toy shaped like shoes or a purse or the newspaper. Like, some people think, oh, that's the replacement, so they don't chew my shoes. But it might be confusing to think that chewing shoes is okay if you give me a squeaky toy that is a shoe.
Right.
That's shaped like a shoe.
Right. Because I'm sorry, but my sandals do not squeak.
Well, don't you wear those Hey Dudes kinds?
I do wear the Hey Dudes.
Yeah, they probably do squeak when you walk in them then.
No, they don't.
Hey Dudes, here I come.
Oh, whatever. They're comfy. There's a lot of people that wear Hey Dudes ever since I started.
I know they do. I'm like giving them a free commercial right now.
Even country boys are wearing Hey Dudes these days. I've seen it. Concerts.
Takes a real dude to wear some Hey Dudes.
Man, I tell you what, hey, when you got the comfy and the light.
I know. I hear you.
When you need light feet on the dance floor, there you go. Just don't let anybody step on them because it'll hurt or drop anything in your foot. Trust me.
That's when you say, hey, dude, get off my shoes.
The Shelter Scoop, we do it every Wednesday with Sybil, brought to you by the Garden Vet Clinic at Dr. Bruce and the Pet Resort in Wash. Sybil, have yourself a wonderful week, all right?
You do the same.
Hi, I'm Steffens, Director of Operations at Norseman Trucking. Here at Norseman, we celebrate and appreciate everyone that keeps Norseman successful. I ask you to help